I got off a bus after a night out and desperately needed to shit. I took a shit in the alleyway and went straight in the shower when I got home. My wife thinks I showered because I cheated. Better than her knowing the truth.
What would you prefer? But we've got a notepad in front of us. And whenever I say something that resonates with Jake, or he learns something, or anything that he thinks is cool, he's going to write down, and I'm just going to pause, and he's going to write down, or he can do it while I'm talking, and vice versa. When he has his topic, I can write shit down, even if he just has something to say off my point. Welcome.
Okay, everybody. How are ya? I just want to say.
Jake's not happy.
So last episode, we got through a fair bit, actually. Okay, it's not as bad this time, but we got through like quite a bit of the episode. And in Oddie's defense, I used to be the one that clicked record on our thing that records the audio.
Yeah.
And so, not that he forgets, but he just clicked it and it's hidden. Like I used to be able to see it, so I could see it was recording, but Oddie like clicks it and it's just fair enough. He assumes it's recording. So last episode we went through a fair way and then he goes, fuck, we weren't recording. So we were just like, damn, yeah, and just redid it. It's all good. And we only got through about 2 minutes then and he goes, oh, we got to restart.
I just like practicing the intros.
Fuck. Good thing we didn't get far. Last time we were off it.
We
were so annoyed.
Wait a second. Yeah, but now I'm in the mood, Jake. Got a bit of my adrenaline going because I feel bad when I don't click the button.
Oh, fuck. Last time you definitely felt so bad.
Yeah, we were like 20 minutes in last time. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
this time we're only 2 minutes.
And the thing about it is, so it's really, really hot up here. We didn't realize. It's good today.
Yes.
I'm very happy.
We got a time recording with the weather now.
So yeah, we're recording like morning time, and also the weather's cooler today.
Bit overcast.
Because it's summer at the moment where we are.
Yeah.
And so are you checking it again? Make sure we're recording.
We're all good. We're all good. Okay.
But so today's good, and like we're in a good mood today because we're not hot. But last week when we did it, we were like really hot and just so bothered. And I think with that, up until we moved into this like studio, I guess, I don't think we've really overthought and overanalyzed the episodes as much.
No, we didn't.
Do you reckon?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think it had something to do with we used to have lounges and it was real comfortable and we just chat shit for an hour.
Yeah, we were kind of like lounge boys.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Whereas this is kind of professional. So
yeah.
I don't know. We live and we learn from like the new setup, but it looks really good on camera, which we can say.
It looks fucking fantastic on camera. And you know what? We've actually gotten, like, I think we're overthinking it.
Yeah.
Because we have gotten some nice messages. Thank you to the people that have reached out and said you guys are enjoying it. We really appreciate it. It made me feel a lot better because I was just so in my head. I was like, fuck, is that even a good episode? Like, even editing the clips. And I don't know if while I was editing the clips, I listened to some of it and then I messaged Oddie and I was like, fuck, bro, this is honestly fine.
Yeah.
No different than any other one.
I think we're being overcritical of ourselves, and that's kind of like critical. I feel like you kind of get like that when you hit it. We've hit sort of like a plateau, which a lot of people do in life as well. And you get really hard on yourself, like, fuck, we're not good enough, we're not going anywhere, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whereas realistically, we're doing the same stuff, if not better, like we're learning, and we just got to like keep going on this little... I suppose that's why heaps of people quit with this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because they get to like stages like this, and they're like, oh, fuck, we're like, staying the same, blah, 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 blah.
It's funny, so we're definitely, I would say, not plateauing. Does plateauing mean going down, or does it mean leveling out?
I thought it meant leveling out.
Let's just assume it means leveling out, because so we're talking about leveling out. We're plateauing on socials.
Yeah.
But we're not really plateauing on listeners.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going up.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It is good. And I don't know. I reckon we just keep doing what we're doing, Jake.
Yeah. I think we overthink it way too much, and we definitely need to just like get through, like just keep going. I think that's the thing, is that you just got to keep on going. You can't fucking...
What's the saying? If you love what you do, you're not doing work a day in your life.
Yeah.
We love what we do, man.
Yeah. It's not work. We're doing we just... got to get through it. And then I'm also really excited. It sounds bad to say this. I'm excited for you to move out, but only not because I don't like you anymore. But I'm excited because I think that the fucking episodes will just be better because you and I will be a lot more...
We'll have stuff to catch up on.
Yeah. It'll be a lot more... It'll be different. It'll be good.
Yeah. And we can like brainstorm and we'll be like excited to talk to each other and everything. It's like actually like I fucking hate talking to you at the moment. So bullshit.
You know what's funny is it's actually... We talk about wanting to get experience in life, and literally we like actually are right now. Like, so now we know we can tell someone, look, it's a niche thing, but it's like if you have maybe a business with someone or you have a podcast with someone, don't live with them.
Yeah, legit.
Like, it might work for you guys, but this is what we found. Like, we found it's not that we don't get along. It's just that Oddie and I barely talk. Like, we don't barely talk, but we really don't talk much off cam. And I don't tell him a lot of things that I would normally tell him when I see him because I want to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird dynamic. And I feel like a business might be a little different because you could brainstorm all the time.
Yeah.
But for what we want to do, it probably will actually up the quality of the conversations that we're having.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon it'd be good.
But yeah. Well, we got 1 point to hit from last week, actually. We put out a poll whilst we're talking about me moving out. And we had our jury, which is the listeners, who should get the TV.
Yes.
And we had quite a few votes on the old Instagram. I think it was like 116 or something like that.
That's pretty good.
And I think I won with 58% of the listeners saying I win.
Oddie did win, unfortunately.
So I get 75 inches of pure goodness.
Of 4K plasma fucking,
TV, and this man's just going to be reading his book when I move out.
I'm going to have to move the TV in my room out to there. It's just going to look like shit. I'm going to be sitting on the coffee table just to get close enough.
Not my problem, mate. I'll be living it up.
Oh, well. It is what it is. We let you guys choose.
Yeah, but you want to jump into it?
Yeah. You are listening to Relatables.
Season 1.
Episode 4. All right, to start us off with this episode today, we always like to start it off with something, I don't know, a bit lighthearted.
Yeah.
Something to get the people into it, make it go quick.
Get me into
And I found, I've never really used Twitter.
Yeah.
It's like, for some reason, it's not, it's like, is it a bit too old for us?
I don't know.
Why did we not get into
Twitter's
it?
not an Australian thing.
Do you reckon that's what it is?
I don't know.
It's like, it's massive.
Yeah, it's huge. I don't know. I've never gone in. I don't know how to use it either.
So yeah, like I made an account a while ago for something and didn't touch it at all. And then I was like, maybe it's got some content on there. And I found it's also very hard to navigate.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. So confusing. Yeah. But I found a page called Festhole, which is like people confessing stuff.
Ooh, juicy.
And some of them are kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I like doing these because it just makes us feel so fucking good about ourselves.
Yeah, right.
It makes me feel good about myself.
Are they bad?
They're not too bad. I actually found another one that I maybe will do next episode of college, but people in college. But it's in like England. It's funny, and they're all, and it says the uni they're at and shit, and they're bad.
Okay.
Like they're bad. These ones are kind of funny though. All right.
Festhole.
This is like anonymous confessions. So, I'm 5'9", but insecure about my height. So I've always worn lifts in my shoes. With a pair of Nike Air Forces, I'm 6 foot. I met my girlfriend with these lifts in. Now I can't take my shoes off around her. I've kept my shoes on for almost 2 years, bro.
Wait, what?
So these guys...
Wait, how big are these 5'9" to 6 foot? It's a fair difference.
So that's 3 inches.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So Nike, Air Forces, they have like that much, and then he puts a little lift in his shoes. So now he's 6 foot tall.
What's he doing when he's in bed and shit?
That's what I'm thinking. Like when you're all going, and maybe it doesn't look like
the lights off, and then he jumps in the bed.
What are you doing when you're like cooking dinner with her?
He's got his Air Forces on.
He's worn his shoes for 2 years.
This bitch probably knows he's 5'9" and he's overthinking it.
Oh, yeah, dude, she knows.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever going to see this, but she knows.
Imagine him like in a bedroom, like he turns the lights off and just runs to the bed.
That's what
and then like when he gets up, he's got to wake up before her and put his shoes on.
That's what I'm thinking. He lives life in constant stress. Like you could never brush your teeth next to her because she's going to see in the mirror that she's your height now.
Yeah.
You can never do anything. You can't have a shower with her. She's like, what's going on? Why are you on your tippy toes? This guy's living in constant fear.
He's just got somewhere in his cupboard just like layers of inserts where he puts in all his Air Forces.
Yeah, and also, why do you only wear Air Force Ones? As if she hasn't asked that yet. Oh, it's just my favourite shoe. I guess you could get it. It's like, I'm a simple guy. I just like the same thing.
It's the struggles of being a short king. I feel bad.
You know what? It actually... I cannot express enough. I'm literally only just 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 5 millimeters over, but I get to claim it. So when people say, how tall... Like, even... Because I've been talking about, I guess, the last couple of weeks, I've been on a few dates with this girl. And she
here we go.
On the first date, she actually said... At the end, I guess she didn't want to sound fucked. She just kind of goes, oh, so how tall are you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm 6 foot.
Because she's kind of tall for a girl.
She's pretty tall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm 6 foot. She's like, oh, cool. You could just sense the relief with the 6.
If you said like 5'10", she would have been like, oh.
I think she's got to be
over
5, at least 5'8", maybe 5'9". So she's taller than a few of our friends.
It's funny that it matters. It really should.
It is funny that it matters, but also...
It should just be about the connection inside.
Just think about... Fuck off. Fuck off. It's not about that. Because think about, like, you wouldn't want her to make you feel small. It's just...
Well, it's something about being the man, being masculine.
Fucks with your manhood.
Yeah, exactly.
It fucks with my manhood. All right. So, just confessions. When I got married, my mother told me to save for an exit fund should the marriage fail. I've now been married for 49 years. The exit fund now stands at £315,000. My husband has no idea.
What?
Dude, are you even allowed to access that?
Why would she keep doing it?
Because like she's taking her mother's advice. What if it ends?
Yeah, but just like if you're gonna do that, just sign a prenup at the start.
Oh yeah, would you sign a prenup?
I
know it's such like a...
It's a double-edged sword. Like it's like I'm getting married. Why would I start a prenup? But then also like the fucking statistics say it's never gonna work.
That's why I don't. That's like I don't want to say I'm against marriage, but that's like one of the reasons I don't want to get married, because it makes sense to sign a prenup just because of like the statistics, like you say. I mean, I know I'm not a statistic.
I don't think I would.
You wouldn't get one?
I don't think I would. I'm a old-fashioned lovey-dovey kind of guy. I reckon I'm just going to take the leap. If I get a divorce, fuck it. But like, I'm not going into it thinking that.
But if you get a divorce, I'm going to be saying to you, remember when I told you to get that prenup? And
I'm not going into it thinking I'm going to get divorced or that there's a chance we'll break up. Because I want to be a head over heels kind of man, you know?
You know what I hope? I just hope if I get married, she says, let's get a prenup.
What if
I feel like the girl's never the one that says it.
What if she makes more money than you? Are you going to sign it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like say she makes $500K a year.
Yeah.
And you make 80.
And in the prenup, do we get 50-50 if we break up?
What?
Does that mean we get 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd sign that because I get more.
Do you reckon that's what the oh, yeah, right. I was thinking the other way. I thought it was just like you get what yours and she gets what's hers.
I think you could choose to do that if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I'd say so. But if I was to sign one, I would just be like 50-50, like if we've got like... And I always wanted to be... If it happens, if you have kids, fuck, just make it easy for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man. Don't be selfish.
Exactly.
Right. My wife and kids wanted to get a kitten. I argued for it to be called Toffee, as it was a gingered-coloured cat and it suited it.
Yeah.
In reality, it was the name of an ex-girlfriend's cat. I miss her, and I get small comfort from the fact that it reminds me of her when I call our new cat her name.
Oh my God.
Bro.
That is wrong on so many levels. Fucking hell.
Wife. He's got a wife.
And it reminds me of her.
It reminds me of her, and it gives me comfort.
Fuck me.
She fucking broke him.
Yeah. And
she broke him.
And he has not got over that. Fuck, you got some demons to battle, bro. Oh my God.
Dude, you got to start facing the fucking music. My God.
Hey. Oh, fucking hell.
That's fucked.
That's deep. That's deep.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to start doing this one.
Yeah.
I report the profiles of all my under 13-year-old family members and friends' kids on social media so that their accounts can be closed as they're not old enough. Some get really upset, but I enjoy it. Bro, I'm going to start doing that.
That's petty. How many people do you know under 13? What, are you just searching the scare on the internet for 13
Oh, wait,
guys?
yeah, 13's young.
Oh, I saw on the other day, there was this like chick on TikTok who had like 15 or 20K on Instagram. And on Instagram, you can see who views your profile now.
Can ya?
Yeah, or she can maybe because she's got, I don't know
Maybe
why.
it's like business accounts.
Or something, or she pays for it. And every person that views her profile more than once and doesn't follow her, she blocks. Because she's petty.
Fuck.
She's just like, you can't see what I'm doing if you're not going to follow me. And then she showed her thing and it had like 560 people blocked.
How old is she?
I don't know, but it's probably like 20, 25.
Oh, so it's just like, I thought you were going to say she's like under 13 or something.
No. It's like the same thing.
What the fuck?
I was like, you really care that much about like who's looking at all your photos and shit?
Dude. And so basically, so she's like, if you want to see me, you have to follow me.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go on private.
Exactly. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
It's like petty if you block, like if you're 13 trying to like scour the internet for some, who knows, you know, to get some Facebook friends.
I don't even know how many people I have blocked.
That's what we used to do. We all got Facebook early.
Yeah. Oh, I had it in 2009.
I think I used my dad's email to do it.
Dude, my Facebook email is still my older sister's old email.
Yeah, it's
and
fucked.
It's Cowgirl Joe 7. And I was at Hotmail. Everyone used to have Hotmail.
Yeah, at Hotmail.
What is Hotmail?
I wish I still had my Hotmail account.
I assume someone bought it.
It was just like you could choose Outlook, Hotmail, or Gmail or whatever. Yeah, fucking hell. Hotmail's the shit.
I wonder if Hotmail still exists because I don't know how to log into that shit. If I lose my Facebook, it's gone.
Mine was my dad's email. I couldn't figure out how to change it when I was like 16, like 15, to actually talking to people, so I had to make a new account.
Oh, really?
Because he kept getting emails who I was talking to and shit, and I was like, fuck, what'd I do?
Oh, no, so your dad could read your messages?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He didn't, but he's like, why is this on my emails?
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. All right. When my 10-year-old insisted she was fine wearing shorts and a t-shirt in sub-freezing weather, I intentionally parked at the far end of the parking lot and slow walked to our destination. It was disturbingly satisfying. Oi. I'm not going to lie. That's probably something I'd do to my kid.
Teach her a lesson. I agree.
I would probably teach my kid a lesson as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the arguments that I feel like, even when I was a kid, I wish my mum did this to me. Because I would always, middle of winter in Canada, it's like minus 20, I would want to wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I got in the most fucking trouble because I went outside with boots and no socks on.
Why?
I don't know. I just didn't fucking think to put socks on. I was probably just keen as to get out there. Yeah. And then I came inside and I was getting undressed and she's like, did you not have socks on that whole time? She's fucking lost her shit. She's like, you can lose a toe. You can get that. You can do this. You can do that. It's fucking ugh. And I never realized how bad frostbite can actually be.
I've never experienced the real cold.
Yeah, you actually haven't, have you?
No. Like,
have you been to the snow here, but?
Yeah.
But it's not that cold.
It wasn't that cold. It was like cold.
Really?
It was like 2 jumpers in your suite.
Okay.
Like a jumper and a little vest underneath in your suite.
I think, like, I've experienced cold, but I've never been, I've never like been outside for a long period of time not knowing when I'm going to be warm again, if that makes sense. Like, I've always had access to inside, but I do know what, like, I think the coldest I've ever experienced is like minus 22.
Yeah, fucking hell, that's
which
cold.
Is cold.
That's what all the Max, like, a couple of Max in Canada, and they set like they have like cool photos.
Minus 30.
And I'm like, minus 30? Like, I think we're at fucking plus 30.
Well, you know what it is as well? It's like not even that the temperature's minus 30, there's wind chill that makes it that cold, and it will like, it makes you feel like your face is falling off.
Yeah, fuck that.
You can't even feel your face. It's fucked. My mum said one time she was walking out from the grocery shop back to her car, and her snot was running, and it froze while she was walking.
Yeah.
That's how cold it is.
I've always wanted to experience, like, you wake up in the morning, your car's covered in ice. And you
No, you don't want to experience that. It's just a hassle.
I've seen TikToks. I was like, fuck, this looks kind of cool. You, like, put a towel on there and shit. There's, like, techniques to it.
All the cars in America and Canada, you can, in your lounge room or in your kitchen, there's a button for it to turn on from there.
Yeah.
So, like
new cars.
Then it, like, no. Well, like, new cars, but it's, like, really, really, it's an old thing.
Oh.
So you can turn it on 10 minutes before you leave, so it's all defrosted before you get there.
Oh, that's
pretty smart, eh?
Yeah.
We don't have that here because we don't need it.
No.
But yeah, pretty cool. You learn something new every day.
Mm.
Right. I have no idea what my job is. I just respond positively to emails and say to anyone copied in, you should be able to get that sorted, right? They even promoted me, and I asked what's involved, and they said, just keep doing what you're doing for more pay.
I could never run through life doing that, man.
Dude, the stress.
I've got to know what's going on.
Yeah, my God. Imagine rocking up every day and it would be boring as well.
I don't reckon it would be. You'd be on your toes all the time because, like, people would come up to you like, oh, how's this going? You're like, yeah, mate. So, yeah, Jake's on it.
So technically your job is to just get through it.
Get in and out.
Like, get through it because and it's not even illegal what he's doing. Like, they're paying him.
Yeah, no, it's just like they're obviously idiotic.
Yeah, the company's stupid. Oh, that's like with Twitter. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, what did he fired like 6,000 employees?
Yeah. I've always had the dilemma in your head. If you were getting paid, would you prefer to be getting paid to do absolutely fuck all? So say you're just replying to shitty little emails and like taking the piss saying, yeah, mate, what's your name's on this? Yep. You're doing about, say, an hour's work a day. The rest is just bumbling along. You got no purpose. Or would you prefer a job where you actually do something? Like, at the end of the day, you've accomplished something. Like,
is it the same amount of money?
It's the exact same amount of money, but you've accomplished something like physically, or like you've done this, or you've organized the team, or I don't know what you do in business. You've like organized a clothing thing or something like that, or you've just talked shit for an hour with everyone, and then you're good.
I'd say for my mental, I'd want to be able to do something.
Because I know that many jobs where, like,
something
that many people, like, it's 8 hours of work. It's not 8 hours of work. Like, they're just there for 8 hours, whereas they're only doing about 2 to 3 hours of work.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
True.
I don't know, well, massive companies like that just get lost in the cogs.
I would hate that. Yeah, once a company gets really, really big, I think they do have a lot of employees where they're just getting paid to do nothing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's such a good point. So, fuck.
If we're young, I reckon that. But once we get older, like I feel like you need some kind of purpose.
Yeah. True. I do. Even now, though, I feel like I always see these things about you need purpose. One of the biggest things in life is that you need purpose.
It's like finding a purpose.
Honestly, even this podcast, the fact that we don't treat it like a job, but we have to have episodes out in a certain time, and we have a level of expectation of how good we want the quality to be. I think that is enough for like purpose for me. And even the gym, like that in the gym is enough, because the jobs that I work, I wouldn't necessarily say give me purpose. I don't
want to classify my job as my purpose ever.
No.
I want, like, you can either work.
What about if this makes money, Mark?
Yeah, well, this is my job. This
is your purpose, and that's your job.
Yeah. No. If you want like to make money whilst doing things you actually love. Like I don't want my purpose to be something like, I don't know, whatever I want to do. Being a PT.
Office. Oh, okay.
Being a personal trainer or anything like that. I want my purpose to be like, I don't know, fucking going out in nature and like learning about that, or like being happy, or something outside of my job.
So basically you want like your job to be the thing that allows you
to find
a purpose.
Exactly. I never want my job to be my purpose.
That's a good, I like that actually. That's a good fucking way to think.
Well, then because you're relying on it too much, whereas money's just a stupid little construct that someone made up.
You know what? It sucks.
Someone's just made that up, and then people think, I've got to make this amount of money. Whereas the money should just be there in the background while you do things you actually enjoy.
It's so annoying, eh?
Yeah.
I fucking hate. I think I've said it before a couple weeks ago, is that like really my only problem is that I don't have enough money. And it's not that bad because I have enough to pay rent and eat food and like do this, and you know, I have enough to do stuff.
Yeah.
And having more would just be nice and just, I guess, take some stuff out of my mind. But like, fuck it. And then sometimes I think to myself, oh, who cares? Like, just who cares? Why do I think about it so much? And then it's like, I got to get my car, get a new clutch, and I got to pay for that. Shit like that. It'd be nice to just be able to have to do that and not think about it. But
I argue that, like, you know, some people say work's their purpose. I feel like work takes away people's purposes, because we have lots of people who work really hard and they physically on the weekend don't want to do anything because they work so hard during the week and they can't find their purpose, and then they just get in a little loop of working. Then they rest and chill out.
Relaxing time.
Yeah, relaxing time. We know someone very well like that. But it takes away your purpose. It takes away your soul. Yeah. And over time, 20, 30 years, you know nothing about yourself, and you just got this money in your account, and it means nothing. You might have a nice house, but you know nothing about yourself.
That's such a good point.
A bit of a holistic. That was my rant.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, guys. All right. I got off a bus after a night out and desperately needed to shit. I took a shit in the alleyway and went straight in the shower when I got home. My wife thinks I showered because I cheated. Better than her knowing the truth.
What would you prefer? So you get you get home from a big night out and you showered already, and she goes, "What's going on?" And you
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And she goes, "You cheated on me." And you go,
"Babe, I went out."
No. You're like, "No, I didn't." You're like, Why'd you shower?
Hey, I went out. I just got off the bus. I just had a big night with the boys. Obviously, I want to have a shower.
Yeah. But why? You never do that.
What are you talking about? I do that all the time. I fucking came in and I didn't want to smell bad for you. We went out, we were dancing. I'm
sweaty.
You
normally jump straight into bed. You're not like, you don't care about those kind of things. You're a dirty guy.
Look, babe, I'm sorry. Just please don't get mad. Please don't get mad. But
so you cheated on me.
She was a baddie though. Fuck, I couldn't think of anything. No, honestly.
Cheated or shit yourself? I think I would.
I'd probably feel like I would say, I would tell her that I shit myself.
I would just say like someone spilled a drink on me.
Actually.
That's a wavy. Like someone spilled fucking, I was all sticky.
Yeah, thinking on the spot's hard though. See, I couldn't do it just then.
Yeah, you're shit.
But I think that she would think you're lying. So if I was like, oh, I caught the bus home, really needed to shit, so I took a shit in the alleyway and wanted to have a shower when I got home. She's like, what? You're a grown man. You wouldn't just go shit in an alleyway. Yeah. Like, she wouldn't believe you, and then she'd still think you're cheating.
I've got a funny story. When we went out to the Ivy in Sydney, I'm not going to say who it is. One of the boys, I think they got kicked out And he was pretty angry that he got kicked out, and he really had to shit, and they weren't letting him back into shit.
I know who this is.
So he went like just around the corner of like where everyone lines up, and just took a massive dump on the wall. And this friend is very into his Indian cuisine, his curries, and man,
I remember him telling me about this. He showed me photos.
I saw the Snapchats of it, and it's just, oh man, that was not shit. That was something else. That looked like a butter chicken just fucking dripped down the wall.
That was brown lava. That would have hurt coming out. That would have burned.
Oh man, it was so funny, but
that's fucking hilarious. And you know what? He listens to this.
He does?
He listens to this, and he is going to fucking hear that, and he's going to know who it was. I remember, now that you said that, I remember that. That is so funny.
I thought it was hilarious at the time.
Oh, fuck. All right. My work crush has a boyfriend. I made a sexy catfish account to tempt him to cheat, and he's gone for it. Hook, line, and sinker. He sent vids of him wanking on the sofa while she's asleep, and now he wants to meet up. But I can't tell her because I'm the fucking weirdo here.
Yeah, you are the weirdo. Yeah, fucking hell. I feel like this happens. This happens all the time.
Oh.
There's catfishes in... Oh, my God.
Have you seen the show Catfish?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's bad.
That's so bad.
How do you get catfish that bad? Like,
you know what? Yeah.
I feel like I can read a catfish.
How do you get catfished? Like, also... Okay, so if you get catfished, your fault.
Yeah.
Your own fault. You're an idiot. But have you watched The Tinder Swindler?
Yes. Damn.
Those girls, I was watching it and I didn't feel bad for them for a second.
No, they're idiots.
Like, their own fault.
Oh, yeah. Transfer me $10,000. I'm in a bad situation. I'll guess we'll transfer you back. Who does that to... Yeah.
I cannot fathom it. They are seriously, I don't feel bad for them for a second. And they're on there crying, talking about their life savings and shit. And it's like, you know what? You're fucking dumb.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I don't even know. I think they just... Whoever chases that kind of lifestyle is missing a few cogs, I reckon.
Actually, yeah, true. I'm trying to think if a girl had a private jet.
But if you're getting catfished, or if you're even talking to a chick, like before you meet them, you're going to send them like dick pics and shit? Nudes at all?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I would only like even a comfortable relationship, maybe.
Way.
But you would never do it if you've never met them.
I think have you ever sent a dick pic? I think I've only ever sent one to a girlfriend.
I
wasn't even in the photo. It was only my willy.
I think, yeah, the same thing, just to a girlfriend. I think you'd have to be in a comfortable relationship to do it, not just firstly jerking off pics.
Yeah,
what the fuck's that?
You know what? I think we're like super normal.
We're normal. That's normal.
You and I.
Good.
Are like super, super normal.
What? There's nothing uglier than your dick jerking off part.
Because I even know people that... We know people that have just sent him out of the blue.
Yeah.
No context at all. And for some reason, they think it's normal. Well, they don't think it's normal, but they think it's going to be like... It's going to work.
Mm.
So...
Because from the potty, we've got like chicks... like tits, and you're like, what is this? Like,
yeah, why are we get nudes sent to us.
Well, Jake does.
You've had a couple as well, and then we get people. It's kind of sus.
Yeah, no, that's what I think. They're catfishes and bots. I don't think they're real people.
No, me neither.
Yeah, exactly.
No way. Unless if they are, stay out of our DMs.
Well, they're not listening, so it's
all right. My wife and I are going through a divorce, but we are still living together due to the kids and cost of living. I recently updated our Wi-Fi password, and in an incredibly petty move, I changed it to the initials of my 6 previous girlfriends before we met. The small wins.
Do you reckon
how petty would you get?
Do you reckon? No, she wouldn't even pick up on that. Like if I just saw like JC, like JM, like CT or something.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
like,
you know his ex-girlfriends. I feel like girls always know who your ex-girlfriends are.
Do you reckon all 6 of them? I don't know. Like I would know like their last one. That was it. Do you reckon if you had 6, or she had 6 boyfriends? Sorry. Would you know also? I would just know the previous one. I reckon that's it. I wouldn't really care otherwise.
Actually, you know what? Okay, if I was seeing a girl and she asked if I had any girlfriends prior, I'd be like, find that normal. I'd be like, yeah, I've had a girlfriend before. But it would have to end there. Like, they'd have to just be like, oh, okay.
Not like, what happened?
Maybe they could say, oh, what happened? Because they're trying to find out if I cheated, which is fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is kind of fair. I feel like they want to know. But I would just be like, if they said that, I'd just be like, oh, no, look, equal terms, yada, yada, yada. But if they then said, oh, what's their name?
Oh, yeah, then we'll look it up and shit.
I'd be like, why? what are you talking about? Like, obviously they're insecure and they want to see what they look like.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, and then they're thinking am I better than them or this, that, the other? And then I'd just be like, I'd probably end it there. I'd be like, no, we're not going on another date.
You're the ones with the sweet butt because they all look the same. I'm joking.
Fuck, they actually do. They actually all do.
Jake has a very, very distinctive type.
It's unintentional. It's completely unintentional.
Maybe it's what you attract.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not I have a type. It's just that's what I attract.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh well. Missed a huge deadline at work. When my boss asked, panicked and faked an anxiety attack. They sent me to the doctor and seeing no options, I carried on the deception. Now on paid sick leave for depression and burnt out symptoms.
Good fucking win that. That is a good win. Very good win.
That's tactical.
That is tactical.
I like that.
Yeah, if I had the ability to do that, and if 100%, no faults there. That's good.
Oh,
big company. I'm taking everything I can and running.
No, but what about you said you want meaningful work?
Yeah, well, fuck. I'm contradicting myself now, aren't I? You know, if I miss a deadline in my
this is kind of different, I guess.
If I miss a deadline in my important job, fucking, I'm doing that. For sure.
You've got to work for yourself. Fuck
for
that.
Sure.
I once ate my wife's Kit Kat and blamed it on the contractor that we had just awarded a $500,000 contract to. She got so angry that she pulled the contract and gave it to the one second in line.
Oh, for a $2 Kit Kat. No.
Also,
that is
why
petty.
would you believe your husband saying the contractor ate it?
That is. I tell you, did you ever do as a kid, like, there's like something in the fridge that's like your parents or not yours, and you'd eat it and then blame it on your sibling? Like, so someone would say, "Who ate your Kit Kat?" And I was like, that was Eden. That was my brother. That was my brother.
I would blame shit on my siblings
and
all the time.
There's no way of finding out.
No, there isn't. My dad's like, at my parents' place, you can't put chocolate in the fridge or anywhere because he eats it.
He eats it?
It's fucked.
Really?
Chocolate
machine.
He's a chocolate machine, and also, I've been eating dinner, and he's finished before me, and just straight up taken food off my plate and eaten it.
Really?
He isn't even like, you done with that? And I'm like, what are you doing? He does it to my siblings, does it to my mum, everyone.
Do you reckon he did that on like first dates with your stepmom?
Fuck.
Just ate a couple of fries and shit without asking.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's really funny.
It would not surprise me. And she was probably just like, oh, shit. All right. Wait, this one is... Early morning on a train. Homeless bloke starts coughing up his guts, and a massive phlegm flies out of his gob and lands on a lapel of a well-dressed woman that's dozed off. I watched in horror as she woke up, saw the phlegm, assumed it was hers, and sucked it up quickly.
What's a lapel?
It's like like up here. It's like the, what's it called? Your collar.
Oh no! You can't do that. Nah.
I couldn't know that I did that. You couldn't, like, he obviously didn't tell this lady, and you couldn't. She's got hepatitis.
Who's sucking up her phlegm?
Your own phlegm. Who sucks up your own phlegm, even if it's yours? I'd be wiping
that off, eh?
Oh,
that's bad.
It makes me feel sick.
Imagine just watching. I'd feel like a superhero seeing that or something. I'd be like, wow.
The amount of would you tell her?
Yeah, the amount of power you have to ruin someone's life.
You could ruin her day.
I would not tell her. I'll just tell all my friends what happened.
I'd be worried. I'd be like, she needs to go to a doctor.
No, I think that could just be fresh homeless man. Don't jump to conclusions.
Fresh homeless man.
Yeah.
What did it say? Didn't it say dirty homeless man? Oh, no, just homeless bloke.
Yeah, you're just judging.
Any homeless guy is fucking dirty, though.
No, you just jump to conclusions.
He sleeps outside. He's got so many diseases.
Hey, we slept outside. Mate, I'm back in the homeless man here. Who knows? He could be sweet.
Oh, it hurts. That's it, but I'm done after that.
That's
There's
it?
no more.
That's all of them? That was good. What was it called again?
It's called Fesshole.
Fesshole. I like that.
Next week, we might get a couple raunchy ones on next week. They're fucking...
They were actually funny as, yeah.
Some of them are... Makes you feel good.
Makes you feel very good.
Mm.
Okay, Jake. I've got something a little bit different for us and the listeners.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this is going to go. A couple of things have been telling me that it's very good to do note-taking.
Right.
And taking in a lot of information. And we often say once we're talking, we think of a good point and we lose it because we're trying to get the conversations going, and you go quicker than I can think, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah. It's hard to. This is how it plays out. So if we're talking about something, we're having, like, say we're having a serious conversation, or even a funny one, I don't know. But if Oddie's talking and I think of a good thing to say to something he's just said, but I can tell he's not done talking, I let him keep talking so I don't interrupt him, and then he says something else, and so then I think of a reply to the new thing, and the old one slips my mind.
Yeah.
So I forgot what I had to say, and I think I'll remember to say that at the end.
Yeah.
But I forget.
So this segment is we're going to go into try and talk a bit deep about some meaningful topics for ourselves, but we've got a notepad in front of us. And whenever I say something that resonates with Jake, or he learns something, or anything that he thinks is cool, he's going to write down, and I'm just going to pause, and he's going to write down, or he can do it while I'm talking, and vice versa. When he has his topic, I can write shit down, even if he just has something to say off my point.
Shit, okay.
And the good thing about this is I can edit it so it's still going to be fluent for the listener.
Yeah, true. Do you reckon they want it to be fluent, or do they want to know we're writing? Nah, because at the end we talk about our points.
Yeah, and then at the end we'll go back and talk what we learn about each other. We might not learn anything. But the reason I thought of this is I listened to the Armchair Expert on Andrew, what's his name? Schultz?
Andrew Stutz. Is that's Jonah Hill's therapist?
Therapist, right? And he's a therapist, and like heaps. The way his brain thinks is really interesting. And what he does is he just really like articulates what the person's saying. Okay. And writes it down, and you can tell there's his editor as well, and his thoughts like come out in writing and stuff. And at the end of the day, I might take a couple of things home, and then actually these are going to like resonate with me, and I can look at this paper tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
So, but to kick things off, my
I'm sorry, I'm stressing out. I'm either going to think too hard to write heaps down, or I'm not going to write anything down.
I think even if you want to just jot like a word, or you can do a drawing if you want, or just anything that like.
So I'm just going to listen, converse with you, and write.
Yeah, exactly. And if I see you writing, I'll pause, and then you keep it going, or whatever.
Okay.
It might not work. I don't know. We're just trying something and seeing.
Yeah, fuck it. We just try new things. We like trying new things.
Yeah. So the thing that's I think we've talked about it slightly before, but it's been getting a little bit worse. And the way I've been looking at it lately is comparing yourself to others. Right. Everyone does it, and I often get trapped in thinking that life is a race, and comparing yourself to others in work. But more recently, I've been thinking there's a couple of our friends have been getting like engaged and having kids and like getting houses together. And I've been thinking, do you think it's like we're 22, right? For everyone listening,
I'm fine.
Oh, you're 23. you might be old, but do you think it's beneficial to be in like a relationship or in a serious something that like is really meaningful, like as someone would say, like adulting kind of thing at this age, compared to like us having fun, not knowing what we're doing, kind of feeling like we're being left behind, but also, are we being left behind? Because I don't know.
Oh fuck! You know what is funny is I think about this a lot too.
Yeah.
And
because it's all of our Instagram feed, people getting engaged, people buying houses, they've bought the dog, like doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
And like, the main one for me is like being in a serious relationship right now at this age. Do you think it hinders you in experiencing life or benefits you? Because I don't know.
You know what? Okay, I think I'm lucky because I have had 2 like longer term relationships.
Yeah.
So I know. So I've had 2 separate experiences, and I know that I am not missing out when I'm on my own.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate my own company. But when I see those pictures of people buying houses together at our age, having a kid, getting engaged, always for some reason it's just a judgy thing. I know we try not to judge, but I still kind of do. My first thought is always, but what the fuck have they done?
Yeah.
What have they done in life that has made them ready to settle down? Because I can guarantee you, I am nowhere near ready to settle down. Like, it scares me, the thought of never being able to leave a place.
It's weird how I think the same. I know some people listen to are probably in that situation. They're thinking, "Nah, it's the best thing ever," and each their own. This is just how I think, or we think, or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. If you're trapped, I don't want that feeling of feeling trapped at 22.
Yeah, it's not.
But if you're the love of your life or whatever, would you feel obliged to propose to her, or like if you want to have a kid with her, if she wanted a kid? I still feel like, I don't know if I would. I'd be like, nah, fuck that.
You know what? I've always wondered, how do they know that that's the love of their life? Because I had one girlfriend like my second girlfriend, there was a point in the relationship where there was a point where it was like, I think we were both super certain that we would be together forever.
Yeah.
And then I can't say I know when that feeling faded, but at that point still, I didn't feel the need to propose.
You just felt like she was the one.
I think it's just, fuck, where was I going with that? What was your question? Because, okay, how
did you know if that was the love of your life? Like, how do you know that's love?
This is what my brain always thinks is, how do you know? So I thought at that point that I had already met love of my life, but obviously I didn't because I'm single now. But also I look back and think, like, I'm super grateful for meeting her, but I'm also grateful that I'm not with her. And then now I'm always going to think, I haven't fucked myself, but how am I ever going to know? So it's like, I keep telling myself, I'll know, like, when I'm 27 and get a girlfriend. That's kind of the age to settle down. So I'm probably just going to be like, this is the one because I'm this age.
But still going to be the same mindset.
But it's still going to be like the same mindset. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you think that love, then it's still going to be the same feeling of love.
Yeah.
So the love is love.
Yeah. And maybe I'm never going to.
I don't know. It's just, if do you reckon their mindset is like as a 27-year-old and like they think like that's, or are they in the 21 delusional that you thought you were the love of your life but it didn't work out?
Yeah. There's obviously something convincing them that, and so they do genuinely believe that what they're doing is the right thing to do, which is their choice and it's like their life, and maybe it is the right thing to do. Like that is like it is because it's their life. There's no wrong answer with their life. It's their life.
No,
so
they're
doing the right thing for them. But I think what I get really scared of, and what I always think of, like I'm really quick to judge. I quite often I probably think to myself like, that's not going to last because they're so young.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think that is because I've heard a few cases, and then especially one recently where a girl I work with was telling me about, so she's like 25, 26 or something, and she used to have her dream job.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing? And so she used to have this fuck off good job. And she said that, but now she just like wants to travel on that. And so she said the reason she did that is so she had this boyfriend that was 10 years older than her when she was 19.
Yeah.
And so he was at this stage in his life where he was ready to settle down. So she was just like, well, I should just do it too. So she got this job and then it worked her way up, and then she had this really fucking good job. And then she realized that she's just living the exact same day every single day.
Yeah.
And she was like, I haven't seen anything. I haven't done anything. So I think she stayed with him, went traveling while she was still with him, and she's like, this is shit. Like, I'm not having the full experience. It's like, I don't want to cheat on him, but every decision I make has him in mind.
There's two decisions there.
So yeah, so she came home and she ended it, and basically she's only 25 and thought she's been through that, and now she's single and she's going traveling and shit and gonna go have fun.
That's the one thing that like I've thought about is people change.
Yeah.
And when there's so much changing, I reckon there's a stage of like 18 to like our age is like maturing and figuring out like life, and then there's 22 to like 27 to 30. It all happens at different rates, but people are going to change. And if you're in a relationship, you can either like change together and like work things out, or you're going to change and be apart. You're going to be someone who's like 22 and 30 can be completely different people.
Oh yeah.
The life experience you have in a certain age and whatever.
10 years of, think about this. You're only just out of school when you're 19.
Yeah.
This person's been out of school, got a career, and is looking to settle down. You haven't done any of that yet.
Yeah.
And so, like, why jump into it?
Exactly. And I think in that situation, I feel like that's kind of, I don't want to say molding, but you're taking it, everyone who's 18, 19 is naive, and he's going to fall head over heels. They don't have enough life experience.
You know what? Oh, yeah. That's 100% true. And looking back on me then, I feel like I've grown heaps from then.
Yeah.
But I still feel naive.
Yeah, I still feel naive.
It's fucking...
I don't know about like life, and like I know heaps of like successful people who don't know about life. They don't know how life works. Like,
no.
If you can like compare the demeanor of someone who's like, I work for a lot of like retired people,
yeah,
and how they talk about certain things compared to someone who's like doing really good, who's like 20, 25 or whatever,
Yeah.
has heaps of money.
Yeah.
But you can tell that something's like, they haven't figured out life. They're just going through the process where these like 80-year-olds talking like they've done it. They know,
they've done it, and
they're contempt. There's some sort of like, in their mood, there's something contempt with them that you can tell. You don't know what it is, but they've figured out like, this is what life is like. Whereas that person who's like 20, in love, doing this, doing that, engaged, has a house, they don't know what they're doing. They're just they're figuring it out as well. And it's kind of like, just, I don't know.
You know what I feel like it is? I feel like when you're young and you're doing all that stuff, you're doing it just because you feel like that's the norm and you think that that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Whereas eventually, so if you think about it, maybe people... Okay, so you and I basically... The only reason I feel like I'm not falling behind is because everything that the people are doing now, we can do when we're 30.
That's what I
we still have time.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I think that I don't really feel like I'm falling behind in that sense. I feel like, man, these guys are rushing.
Yeah.
Like, we're taking our time, and like I've had so many people be like, "Oh, man, my only regret is that I didn't take my time." You know, I bought a house early, got married early, had kids early. As soon as you have that first kid,
you're fucked,
dude.
It's
like, fuck it, get married.
Yeah.
You can get divorced and still, but don't have a kid.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, because I've taken either a day or two off during the week to try and focus on this potty, or like something to do with making my life what I want it to look like, kind of, in a way. And to be fair, I haven't actually done that much, but that's the plan. Yep. And I've had a couple people say, "Oh, no work today, Oddy." And I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh no! I said, I was like, nah, I'm doing shit I actually want to do.
I remember I was there when Tyler asked you that.
Yeah, and they kind of like, it kind of feels like you're looking down on you, although like you're not on the grind or hustle. Whereas like, realistically, I can go back to fucking making $30 an hour whenever the fuck I want. Like,
fuck, yeah, that's so true.
Like,
that's so true.
I'm not going to be 22 as fit and healthy as I'm always going to have this drive and freedom. I don't have anything really locking me down to do whatever the fuck I want and try and figure out something that I want to do. Whereas like, going to work, and it's good having $250 at the end of the day or whatever.
Yeah, true.
But like,
how much more are you really going to make working that 2 extra days for $30 an hour?
Not
really, it's not going to make a huge difference right now.
No. Well, my mindset is that's going to go to my savings, or do I want to make savings, go on a trip at the end of the year, or do I want to try and figure out and make my overall life better?
Yeah. I hear you. Sorry, I'm writing something.
That's all right.
That was pretty quick too. You guys can listen to that. Okay, no, and you know what's funny with the way people ask is, when I remember it, so even people do it with me too. They're like, oh, when they say like, oh, no work today.
Yeah.
They ask it in a demeaning way.
Is it condescending? Is that the word?
Is it? Yeah, it's like condescending or demeaning. Like, they're basically implying like, oh,
what are you doing?
Get off your ass and get to work.
Yeah.
And you just think, fuck, no, I'm trying to make something else work.
Yeah.
You know, like, trying to, it's fucking weird. I guess we could kind of go, maybe streamline into my topic. My topic was, I feel like, so you know how we overthink this podcast and we overanalyze it? I feel like it's almost like I get imposter syndrome without having even made it yet, if that makes any sense.
With just the potty or in everything?
With kind of everything.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I overthink and I get anxious about is, I think like, similar to comparing yourself to people and life being a race, is like, oh, I wonder if there's like, I'll think about a podcast I listen to and I think, I wonder if when they were at this many episodes in, if they were making money yet. And then I think, man, if we're not making money yet, like, it's like I convinced myself they already were making money when I don't even know. And then I'll be like, fuck, like, what are we doing? Like, are we doing something wrong? Are we not good enough? Are we this, that, the other? And then I think, fuck, should we just stop doing the podcast?
Is that what you think?
Like, I catch myself quick and think, no, you just got to get through it. But I'm always like, why is it going to work out for us? Like, why do we think it's just going to work out for us? But then I have other days where I'm just so convinced that I think it will work out for us. And I think that I do the same thing with, we both want to start like doing gym content, and I have done some.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm still not convinced that it's like, the reason I don't do it is because I think, well, there's
you think we're not good enough, or you're not good enough?
There's so many people that do it. Like, why is us doing it going to be any different? And so I think that I get like this semi-imposter syndrome and be like, even though like we haven't made it yet. I don't know if that makes any sense at all.
Yeah. Why do you think you're not good enough to make it in the potty or do it or be a fitness? Do you think you're not big enough to be a fitness influencer, or do you think your content's not good enough, or do you think you're not putting enough effort in?
I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if I'm making excuses.
I think it's a feeling of life, because I know someone who's just finished uni and like they've got the qualification, they're good in uni, but they've got their first day on the job and they think they're not good enough. They think these people who've been here, like who've already been here, are like better than them. Whereas like I feel like it's just human nature. Like you're always going to think you're not good enough. It's just a stupid little thing in our brain that like, I don't know why our brain tells us like, oh, there's that potty's better. Inspired on a place so much better.
Yeah.
Like they're just, there's something about them. There's so much better. Like that person's so much better at a bartender than me. Like I'm sure the first shift of you being a bartender, you were like, oh fuck, I'm so shit at this. Like,
true.
Like making your cocktail, you're like, wow, this is bad.
Yes, but also because I think because so with bartending, I don't want that to be my career. It's not like
I don't care.
So I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't compare myself to other people. I don't give a fuck if I'm good at it or not. I'm there for a purpose, to get paid so I can come and do what I want.
Yeah.
Whereas if this, and if we were to get into fitness, or if I was to get into fitness, I would want it to be like, it's like, I think, will that be a substantial career? It's almost like I just care so much more about it. And
do you think it's because you can't see the end goal of this? Whereas you already can see the end goal of
maybe
bartender. You've already completed being a bartender pretty much. Like there's not too much further you can go.
Bro, I don't know. All I can do is learn how to make some more drinks.
Yeah. Whereas there is no end goal, and that's scary because there's no like. This could be the furthest we make it.
There's no guarantee.
There's no guarantee. Whereas there's a guarantee. End of the day, you come home with a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And there's mission complete. Whereas we go home with absolutely nothing. There's no sense of satisfaction that I've completed something. It's just the unknown.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like that's. I feel like it's scary. It's just a scary thing to do. It's weird. I don't know.
It's got to be something to do with insecurity. It has to be something to do with insecurity. Because, and you know what? And we probably seem like the least insecure people.
But do you get it with your looks at all? Or like how you dress when you go out or anything?
Yeah, bro.
You do? Really?
Oh, yeah. I overthink that all the time.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and I think that I have slanty eyes and shit.
Oh.
I feel like one of my eyes is lower than the other. But people, I'm constantly... But everyone's their own worst critic.
Yeah, 100%.
Also. And I think I've never listened to one of our episodes.
Really?
No.
I have.
You've listened to a couple.
I listen to my work sometimes. Well, I edit them too, so I kind of have listened already.
I edit the clips, so I listen to just those bits.
Yeah.
But I've never listened to an entire one of our episodes because I'm just like...
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to like get... Why is it fuck... I thought you were more confident like than the imposter syndrome. I thought it was like more fake it till you make it. And
that's
then
the thing. It's like I convince myself I need to fake it till I make it, but I am overthinking it.
You go through this in the background. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's just before becoming more confident in yourself. Well, it's also like the people who have done it. This is what I used to think in. I sort of had the same situation in soccer when I was like 16s and playing 18s, or like going up a level, an age group or whatever. Because if you play good, you went up an age, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I used to shit myself if I went up an age because I was like, "Fuck, all these guys are so much older and better than me."
Yeah, but fuck. That means you're way good for your age.
You're good for your age, but you still got to play against people who are older than you.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So the thing I used to do to tell myself, I don't know if this is going to be like relevant or you can help yourself at all, is someone who's done it before than me.
Yeah.
Like who would say went up from like 16s to 18s.
Yeah.
Or whatever, went up from like grade 18s to fucking grade or whatever.
Are you talking about someone that's done in the same situation as you, or you're talking about the people that are older than you already?
No, so say like a month before someone else did what I did. It was 16 and went up, but now they're back down, or they went somewhere else.
Okay.
I would always tell myself, they did it, I'm better than them.
Oh, okay.
And then I was sweet. So,
wait, that's kind of not a bad idea.
Because that's what I used to I remember one person in particular did it like a month before me, and then I started playing an older age group.
Yeah.
And I was just like, they did it, and they seemed fine. I was like, I'm way better than him.
And you're like confident you're better than him. You're like, oh, I'll be sweet.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just in reality, it was just my mind playing tricks on me. I deserved to be there. I knew I was good enough, but I was just like, fuck, I'm so scared. And then there was this person who did it before me, and I was like, I know for a fact I'm better than them, so I'm going to be sweet.
Fuck, I like that.
So I don't know how you can do that in
the only way I can think of doing that is, so there's certain I'm trying to think. Okay, it's almost like, actually, you know what, I was listening to a podcast where I think I wanted to bring this up as well. So with we really like this podcast, Shits and Gigs, and they were on a different podcast that I was listening to, and one of them, like, you just don't think it, because they're really funny all the time. They don't really get deep and talk about deep shit. But apparently, so their name is James and Fuad, so one of them, I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but one of them was like for sure, 100% sure their podcast was not ever going to make any money.
Really? I didn't know
Never ever going to make any money. And the only way he was convinced was when it started making money. And I was thinking, fuck. And then he's like, the other guy's like, I was convinced from the start.
They took long too. That was a grind for them before they started making money, I think.
Yeah?
It was like 3 years. 2 years.
But that's, though, they quit their jobs after 3 years, I think.
Oh, so they started making good money.
Maybe they were making some money.
Okay.
Like, I think they make really good money.
Oh, yeah, they make fuck you money now.
They make fuck you money.
And they tell you about it.
They're funny. The way they tell you about it's funny, though. Like, say they get away with it. Whereas, and also, you know what? Another thing I'm scared of is, let's just say it all works out and we make money from this. Are we relatable then?
What do you?
That's a thing I question myself all the time. Like, are we still relatable if we start to make money?
Yeah, I reckon, because you made your own journey in a way.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
So,
give advice.
Yeah. So I'm just also thinking, are all your problems arise around the body?
I think yes, but because I like it so much and I overanalyze it so much.
I suppose the gym content.
And I really want it to work.
Yeah.
And so I just but I even feel like I need to not really impress myself. And I don't know, I wouldn't say I look at you as like a boss, but I still think like, it's almost like I need approval from you. But I guess that's just like a courtesy thing because we do it together.
Yeah, 50-50.
You know what I mean?
I think it's just a level of respect.
Yeah.
Try and put effort in or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is good. But no, it's a tough. I think that's a lot of people like never think they're good enough, or like they don't know if they like should be here or they should be doing this. And it's just like there's something I want to like. It'd be cool to talk to like someone like Andrew Stutz to like
very interesting
get into your brain and that what makes that click and think I'm not good enough or I'm never going to be good enough, and the self-doubt that like I think going like that's when you figure out when you're older. That just goes away at some stage in your life.
See, we think it just goes away, but does it?
I reckon it does. Some old, like, even my parent, like, the things they do, and, like, they don't give a single fuck. Like, I can happily say, like, it's just cool. They don't care about whatever they do. They look silly. They're having fun.
True.
Like, they just do whatever they want because there's a stage in your life and it just clicks.
Yeah, actually, I find my parents they're not trying to impress anyone.
I remember I used to be so embarrassed of my mum coming to, like, soccer games or like, anything because she's so out there and funky and just herself.
Yeah.
Which I find so cool now because
you like it now.
Yeah, because she just does her. Whereas, like, back then I was like, she wasn't conforming to, like, everyone. She wasn't just a little bot. She was just being her, and I was like, it's kind of cool to look back now.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
You want to run through our points?
Yeah, let's try it. Okay. Johnny, we'll go through yours first.
Okay, you go first, and I'll say what I wrote for mine.
I was kind of like concentrating. I can't really multitask.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I'll say mine is like comparing yourself to others.
Okay, yeah, that's what yours is. Yeah. And so one of the parts that you were saying, so people change, and I think I just was thinking, yeah, that's so true. Whereas I was thinking so people change in the sense with the way you were talking about it was, people are young and doing all this stuff that's kind of locking them in, but people don't realize that people do change. Like you can wake up one day with a different mindset, and you might just be like, oh fuck, what am I doing? Yeah, and then you're kind of stuck. Yeah, and it kind of made me think like, fucking, this isn't. I keep talking about the potty. But I don't know. I don't know if it's because I care, if it's because I'm scared. But I'm thinking like, what if one day one of us wakes up and we just like, oh, no,
fuck this,
no, not like, or like, what if one of us gets a girlfriend and they live fucking West Oz?
Yeah, I'll move away.
And it's like, then it kind of makes sense. Like if you're at a stage in your life where it would make sense to go with them, it's like you can't let something like this hold you back from. It's like if you put love in first, you can't blame the person. Yeah. So I'm thinking, that's a whole nother topic in itself.
But it's people change. You can never, like if someone's in a relationship, you can't ever expect them to be the same person the whole time. Yeah.
Another thing I've got is contentment comes with age.
Contentment comes with age. Did I say that?
You didn't say it, but you said that the old people you work for seem so much more content.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, I forgot I said that.
You forgot you said that. No, you remember you said it.
Yeah, that's good.
And then also I've got doing what you want to do. So like basically like you were saying, taking the time off work to put time in and stuff you want to be doing in the future more of. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the 3 I got for yours.
And this is what I just thought of you were saying to me. Like, realistically, what have the people done who you're comparing yourself to others?
Mm.
Like, I guess, is that like also still comparing yourself and saying they've done just as nothing as you as well? Is that good and bad?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think the way, so I think, I can't even remember it's like when I see people who have bought a house really young, and then I think, what have you done? And I always think like, don't you want to go do stuff before you do that?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm comparing them to me.
Yeah.
Where like, I want to travel before
exactly.
I do something like that. I want to do this before I do that. But maybe they don't want to do that. Like, what have they done? They've bought a house.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do.
I guess. Yeah. I suppose it's still comparing yourself to others. I've also got, you never know the situation that someone else is in.
Oh, yeah.
So they could also be in a delusional relationship, or like they've lost, and you think, wow, they're doing so good, but you never know what situation they're in.
Or it could be real. Could be their soulmate.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And then the last one is, what you said is there's always time to do that grind.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, that grind's never going anywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Like there's life, learning about life, so I think's more important than trying to do that grind, and you can always come back to that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. And then your ones. What was your topic mainly? A little brief.
Let's just say it's similar to comparing yourself to others, but it's almost like feeling the feeling of imposter syndrome without even having made it. It's like basically, why am I going to be different?
Yeah. I wrote, I think it happens more with this because the end goal is so scary. Mm-hmm. Because we can't, we're saying, we can't see where this is going, and that makes it scarier because you're often saying you can't be good enough, and there's never ever like a bit of being content with yourself because there's never any end goal. Yeah. So like the end goal is scary. That's why there's kept constantly playing in your head. You're never like happy because you're like, oh, fuck, I've never completed anything at the end of the day.
Also, what is the end goal?
Yeah, there isn't. That's why your brain just keeps ticking, whereas like it can turn off if there is an end goal. Yeah. And then another one is, I reckon, I don't know what you were saying about always like overthinking everything. There's build some kind of habit where like you're doing that, and
like you gotta consciously be aware that you're doing it.
Yeah, consciously. If you're getting stuck in a loop of saying "fuck my eyes slanty" or like the potty's not going to work or blah 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 blah, it's just time under tension and keep doing it. And, fake it till you make it, and then once you realize that, just click off, turn your brain, stop doing that, think about something else.
Fuck yeah.
And then the other one is, I wrote, we're all on our own journey. So like, I suppose that's kind of like mine, but we're comparing ourselves to other potties. You were comparing yourself to other potties or whatever. Whereas like realistically, it's just Jake and Oddie doing the relatables.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, we might make it, we might not, but at the end of the day, it's our journey, and there's no pressure on us to be successful. So I don't think you should put any like pressure on yourself to do that as well.
That is true. There is really no pressure.
Yeah,
because we did and if you think about it, we've taken the first step, maybe the first 2 steps, and we've done the hardest part. And now all we need to do is just grind it out. Yeah. And then we'll appreciate the grind in the future, hopefully, if it works out. And also, I need to stop comparing. When you said that, it made me think I need to stop comparing ourselves to other people. I need to compare ourselves to like the last week version of us.
Yes, that's good.
Are we better than last week's episode?
You always want to be 1% better every day.
We want to be 1% better every day.
Yeah, that's good. I'll write that
down. All right. So what I got was, so there's no guarantee I think that was similar to your first one, how there's no end goal, how we can't there's no, basically like with doing this, there's no university degree that then guarantees you a job, which then guarantees you a salary. Yeah. This is like the only guarantee you get is like, battery's nearly dead. So, the only guarantee you get is just that you're doing it because you're doing it. I want to get out of my comfort zone. Yep. I feel like we need to start doing that. And then you were saying confidence is key. I need to start maybe it's like, maybe I just need to convince myself that I'm better than the last week me. So yeah.
100%. I reckon comparing yourself to others, just compare yourself to 1%. It's even the gym. Every day, like, don't compare yourself to C-Bum. Compare yourself to last week, Jake.
Yeah, I'm good at that with the gym. I don't really get it in the gym, but I get it with this. Yeah. I don't know why.
It's weird. But that was something a little bit different. Yeah. And I'm hoping it turned out.
We might not even need to edit it.
I might not have to edit it.
I don't reckon.
I don't think so. But I think it's fucking, I don't know. It was kind of cool and also we can look at these after. Yeah. And we both brought points back that we forgot we talked about.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
It's good. All right, Jake. I hope that worked pretty well.
I really, really enjoyed it.
No, you're welcome, mate.
Thank you. I think because we talk about wanting to actually enjoy what we do. So I think I like doing that type of shit. I hope people like that type of shit.
I hope it comes out as a good listen anyway.
Yeah.
But last week we normally take turns in, like we said, this season's going to be quotes at the end of each episode. A bit of motivation, whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And last week you hit me with a quote from yourself.
Note to self: don't try and make your own quotes.
It was a bit lackluster, Jake.
Shit.
It was a little bit lackluster, mate.
It's terrible.
So yeah. You've got a bit of redemption, please, mate.
All right.
You got something for me?
So it's not a quote, it's a passage.
Ooh, a whole passage.
From the book Atomic Habits I've been reading.
Just quietly.
Actually, I'm done.
Told you he likes to claim reading a book.
No, I finished it.
So you done reading now? You hanging up the books?
No, I'm reading a different book. But I guess firstly, I do recommend it. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Atomic
Habits.
Yeah, I learn a lot of little things. But one thing that stuck with me was all the way near the end of the book. So there's this. Okay, ready? Oh wait, so I guess this is James Clear that wrote it. I guess we've got to give him credit. I don't know.
Yeah.
The greatest threat to success is not failure, but boredom. We get bored with habits because they stop delighting us. The outcome becomes expected, and as our habits become ordinary, we start derailing our progress to seek novelty. Perhaps this is why we get caught up in a never-ending cycle, jumping from one workout to the next, one diet to the next, and one business idea to the next. And as soon as we experience the slightest dip in motivation, we begin seeking a new strategy, even if the old one was still working. As Machiavelli noted, men desire novelty to such an extent that those who are doing well wish for a change as much as those who are doing badly. And it stuck with me because I was thinking, maybe we're getting bored with the podcast.
Yeah.
And we need to fucking just... The way to success is to just get through that phase.
Yeah. That also, I 100% agree. That resonated with me pretty hard. But also, like, with relationships and stuff, you got something good in front of you and you get bored.
Yeah.
And that's why it breaks up, because you think, oh, what's this Instagram model talking like, blah, blah, blah. And it's represented like you said. That's fucking good. That make me want to read it, mate.
Well, you can read it if you want.
James Clear, Atomic Habits. Yeah, right.
Very, very cool. A lot of just little...
Especially diets is the easiest one, because you get so bored of a diet that quickly. And you think it's not working because you're like, it's bored.
Quick. Like even the other day, you were like, fuck, I might need to change my diet because I just lack energy.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. But your body just needs to get used to this new diet.
Exactly. Man, yeah, that sucks me. That redemption is
complete.
Let's
go. There's two more that I wrote down on different pages that were also pretty good.
Hey.
Save them, but
leave them hanging, mate.
I've got fucking ammunition.
We won't give the listeners everything in today's one.
No, I hope they like that. But yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
So boredom, guys. That's it. So the best athletes, the reason they're the best is because they got through that bored stage. It's like, yeah, they're strong, they do this, they do that, but they just kept on going even when the going got bored. Not tough, but bored.
Fucking good way to look at it.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Like, subscribe.
5-star that bitch.
Love ya.
All that good stuff. See you later.